Hi there, Rupa, doing good. Let me first apologize for the delay. I think I have recorded the video 2 times, but I was unable to share that. Let me give you a quick overview on all of the work done. So this is the first sheet, which is your input data, the main input data, and this is the earlier code or the formulas which we were using, and you are very familiar with these. So I'm not removing any of these, but we will be using this chart, this percentage chart, and these charts which we build on another sheet, and will be using. Sorry. So we'll be using the same formatting on the other sheet. So, and as we have added another expense track sheet, so we'll be doing all the work on that sheet. And as we have initially what we are doing, we were using the formula to calculate all the available entries, but now we'll be using the monthly based data using this drop down. So you can see this is select month, and how this is going to work. This is here where you are going to enter the expenses or the expenditures, or if you have transferred some money from one person to another person, you have to enter all of these in here. So I have already preset few examples, so I'll be explaining these. So you can see if you will double click on any of the cells, this will give you a calendar, and you can select the date. So currently I'll be inputting the date for the month of May, as we are selecting the month May. So let me show you that. Okay, let me first explain this, and then I'll go back to the other side one by one. Okay, so once you will enter any dates in here, you can select this from this drop down the names, and if someone has spent some money or delivered to somewhere, so you need to use the spent for the investment, or you can call it delivery or any spends. So you need to spend, and the other one is received. So this is very explanatory. So this is being invested in the company or transferred to some person, or this is received from company or from any person. So this is how we are going to use. So for example, if we say Hans has spent 400 USD, so as per our agreed criteria that this will be split between Hans and Blue, and this will get split on the other side. I'll show you. This is saying that Blue has spent or delivered or delivered paid some money to $1,000 to Hans, and I'm compensating both of these in here. So Hans has paid back to 1,000 to Blue. So this is getting compensated, but we'll be seeing this in the on the right side. So this is the first chart, and this is the first selection. So the yellow cells are basically input cells. This is my legend. Let me enter in here. So this is the legend that yellow cells are input, or you don't need to make any changes in any of the other cells. So you just need to make the changes in yellow cells if needed. And you can add more and more data for the any month or any date at the bottom, and then you can use this number of months. Currently you can see till 5, but if you will add more entry in here for the month of 6 month, like for example, let me try. I think I cannot. So if I'll add this to maybe month June, you should be able to see the month June in here. All right, so let me delete this entry. And if you'll come back in here, so the available months will be shown in here, and you can easily select those. So currently I'm selecting the month of May because we are using this month of May. So what will happen? All the entries from this table will only be fetched for the month of May. And this is the first chart. So once you have selected the month, you can see this is the grand total. So the grand total means whatever the entries available on the other sheet are all total in here. And this is the total for the month which you have selected. We'll be explaining this on the other side as well. So for the month of May, if I'll change this to 4, you'll see the number changes. So you can see if I select the month of May, you can see these are the values or the costs or the money, you can say already been transferred, or this person has possessed these amounts. Once it is there, you have the okay. So you have the names which are manually entered. So if you can change the distribution of the percentages, 25%, 25%, 50%, and 10% of the transaction or the entries which will be made by Fahim, which we already agreed. So I'm not going in detail in that one. So whatever the entry will be made by the Fahim for the month of May, let me show you maybe for the previous month. You can see Fahim has got 135 because this is the 10% of the total amount which he has sold in this month. So this is it. You can see 1043, and this is showing 1035, I guess. So what I'll be doing, I'll be selecting the month of May. So, yep. Let me change it to 4th again. Let me see something. All right. Okay. So you can see for the month of May, Fahim has sold for 870, and the 10% of the 870 is $87. So let me select for the month of May. Fahim has nothing in here, so nothing will be charged for this month. So you can see this is the total for the month of whatever the month selected. and this is the grand total. So this is just the reflection of this one. I've just given you the control for the percentage, which you can always change, and all the calculation will get updated. Okay, now we'll be using these names. So what should I do? I should actually narrow it down, and I think I should I wanted to actually freeze this so that we can always see these names. So how we can do that, which is here. All right. So now we'll be working on the other side. I think I should let me remove this first, and then I'll add this at the end so that you can see the whole screen and not the part of it. So okay, so we'll be moving to the second chart. So this is basically monthly expenses, and this is this table which I have selected is basically dealing with this table, the inputs on here. So for example, if you see Hans has spent 400, so you can see this is the chart which we have. Anyone has like Bilu has spent or received, Hans has spent or received. So you can see if it's saying that the Hans has spent 400 USD, so this will get split between Bilu and Hans. And Hans will get paid because he has invested $400. So he will get back the $200 because and the $200 will get uh, deducted from the Bilu account. If I did it right, you can tell me if there is any modification needed. So Hans has invested 400, which gets split between Bilu and Hans, and the end result is that Bilu is 200 positive, and Hans is 200 negative. So he has to pay. He will get paid back 200 USD. Now this is for the money transfer. So I have split the two things like Bilu and Hans criteria, which is to be split between, and the other things are like who paid to someone else or someone received some money. So that is in the different chart. That is in here. So you can see we have set up in a way that Bilu has spent 1,000 to Hans and Hans has paid 1,000 to Bilu. So this is getting compensated, which you can see on this table in here. Let me make some change and show you something. So if I'll say Bilu has paid 500 and Hans has paid Bilu 1,000. So what is the situation now? So you can see um, Bilu need to get deducted 500 USD because he has more 500 and he will get back the 500 according to this distribution. So I think, yeah, Bilu has 500 spent 500 and Hans has paid Bilu another 1,000. So this one will get deducted and this will remain 500 and Hans will be negative 500. This is how it is working in here. Now, once the second adjustment we have, we can go ahead and you can see this is basically now summarizing. So this is the amount which everyone currently having from the chart, which is this one. All right. And this is they should have according to the percentages, which is this one. Let me show you. Let me type in here from sheet 1 from percentage. Okay, so this is what is showing that from the sheet 1 for the month of May, this is what they had. And for the percentages, distribution 25%, 25%, and 50%, this is what they should have. And this is now the compensation of like 500 to be paid, 200 to be deducted, and this will become 3746. Let me input 1,000 back so that we can see an easy example. So this is saying that currently Belu has 1887, whereas he should have, according to the percentage, 4,447, and he had 200 more, so we have to pay back 200 back. So this will become, he's short of 2,360 because if we had to pay him 4,246, which is 200 added, and he already have a 1887, so the remaining cost is minus 2,360. So this is what we have to pay back to Gilu. This is the Hans has plus, so this will get distributed between Hassan and Bilu. So once we reach to this point, you need to click this button. If I'll press this clear button, what this will do, this will delete these two things, which is the remarks, and this is to be amount to be paid. And once you will click this update transfer button, this will give you the remarks that Hans has to pay $2,360, which is because Hans has 10,543. So he has to pay 2360 to Hans, and to Bilu, and to this person the 8,940. So this becomes 10,453. So everyone will get even. I have tried to make this as much friendly as I can, but maybe I'm not sure about it, but it could give you a wrong result. Maybe you can just keep it to here and use this one. This is just an additional thing from my side, and this might, because I have to test it after spending a little time. So what I'm trying to say here is that, for example, if there are 2% positive and 1% is negative, so the 2% combined should pay the 1%, which in that situation, a complex situation, this might not work properly, but this will give you the total. So the red means that Bilu has to be paid 2,360, and Hans has 10,453 more. So he should pay back to the red one. So the green person should pay the red ones, and this is how I try to automate this thing. So I think you can use till column AE, and that should be it. You should not need to use this, and everything will get set up. Let me change this to some other month, and let's say for the month of February, if we say, so you need to click this button, and this will, let me clear first and then run. Yeah, I think it is working. Yep, Hans to pay, but you can see this Fahim is also Fahim to pay. Hmm. So Hans to pay 1192. So this person will be paying 1192 to this one, so that he can get even. But 3,784 cannot be paid by either this person or this one. So 1935 will be transferred from this one, and the remaining should be transferred from Hans. So that is a complex situation which you need to accommodate by yourself. So what I will do, I will take all of these columns. I'll group these so that you can use till here. But if you want to use the distribution, which might help you a little, you can use this part as well. I hope it is making sense. So the results are in here. So this is the negative and positive numbers, which you can always play with, and you can give me a good example, or maybe you can test it. You can correct me, or you can let me know if any modification is required. I'll be happy to do that. So that is it from my side. Looking forward for your review. Take care.